Jalen Rose, it certainly doesn't seem like we're going to get the competitive NBA Finals that we all wanted. So now we turn our attention to the real NBA season, which is the offseason. We have some unfounded, irresponsible speculation about free agent LeBron James, and there's an update. It doesn't get much more unfounded and irresponsible than this. Pete Zayas was on the Under the Bus podcast, and he said the following quote: I do think they're going to get Paul George. I think they're going to get LeBron too. I think that both guys are coming. I had 4 different sources in the entertainment industry, none of them being basketball people, that have said that LeBron is coming. He's had to put X, Y, and Z in motion from a marketing standpoint. Well, Mr. Pete Zayas has already kind of walked this back, saying that he was just, gossiping and saying some rumors. Jalen, do you think that potentially LeBron James has already had to put some things in motion regarding marketing, and that he will end up on the Lakers with Paul George, and all orchestrated by the Hall of Fame mogul Magic Johnson? Could you see that happening next season?
I wouldn't be surprised if he left. I would be a little saddened for the people of Cleveland. Here's why. LeBron James has become an iconic figure on the basketball floor, but he's a beacon in the community. And I know he's a 3-time champion, a future Hall of Famer, and one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But for public consumption, I appreciate the fact I've seen LeBron responsibly and respectfully be a son, a husband, a dad, a philanthropist, a mogul. And to me, while chasing championship glory is awesome, and he did have a terrific season and seems to add things to his game, I don't want to see mercenary LeBron. I don't want to see him next year with Houston or Los Angeles or in Phoenix trying to chase a ring and get knocked out by the Golden State Warriors anyway. I'd rather see him in Cleveland, and if you want to play with Paul George, have him come to the land and run with him.
Yeah. I like that.
Don't go
and so
to
do the people
Los
behind
Angeles.
You. Well, Jalen, you know I'm an irresponsible member of the media, so I read way too into things. I'm about to do that regarding LeBron and where he's going to play next year. Take a look at this photo of the gigantic mural billboard of LeBron James. We're all witnesses of his championship. But up above this photo, you will see that there is a workers' platform. Jalen Rose, are they getting ready to take down this billboard, preparing for LeBron James's exit?
Well, you got to prepare for the inevitable, and a lot of things are going to change in this city, in this state, if LeBron James decides to leave. Not only on the basketball floor, but economically. There's so many business and so much commerce that takes place when your professional basketball teams are successful, and if you have an iconic player on your roster like LeBron James. So for them, I wouldn't be mad for them preparing, because if he does an announcement, if he does leave, then they have to move on accordingly.
Well, our colleague and one of the greatest media personalities on the planet, Stephen A. Smith, he was involved in some of the unfounded, irresponsible speculation about free agent LeBron yesterday when he said that he had heard that LeBron James and the Golden State Warriors would have a conversation this offseason about potentially working together. KD was asked about this by USA Today, and here's what he said, quote, "But how I'd feel if we would get a meeting with LeBron James, I've been trying to separate myself from the front office and those decision makers for a long time, so that's not on me to do it." Jalen Rose, do you think the Warriors would be interested in LeBron James, and do you think that the Warriors players would feel a certain way even if there was a conversation, let alone actual action?
The Warriors are not a realistic landing spot for LeBron James, and I like that we call this block irresponsible, unspeculated news about the free agency of LeBron James, because this is just the headline that falls underneath that category. There is no world that will see LeBron James as a member of the Golden State Warriors. And when they talk about strength in numbers, which is their motto, you're going to have to gut your entire team to pay LeBron James. I think the one thing people are sleeping on is he wants to get a maximum deal at this point of his career. And I wouldn't be surprised if he stays in the league long enough in hopes to get a chance to be there if and when his son is able to make the NBA.
So, Jalen, I heard you say that on the Podfathers podcast as well, but you did not cite where you originally got that concept, which is one David Dowling Jacoby. Now, I know we steal from each other, Jalen, but come on now. You know that's a Jacobyism right there. I predicted that LeBron James will stay in the league until he plays on the same team as his son, and that will be his final year, and then he will transition into ownership. We're going to transition away from more unfounded, irresponsible speculation.
I definitely stole that from you, Jacoby.
I know you did.
That's what happens when you took my Larry Bird picture. You want to put KRS-One up. I didn't thumb wrestle you for those. I'm going to steal a term from Bill, pre-agency. That's what you're going to see from Kawhi Leonard.
Now this is unfounded, irresponsible speculation about me stealing things from you, Jalen Rose.